So we have had some fun with our little tea gifts this week. Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. The fun continues. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel, friends. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate it. And thank you all so very much for the wonderful, warm, beautiful ways that you have been responding to the tea gift projects that we have been doing this week. Getting a jump on Christmas with some wonderful low-cost tea ideas, such as this beautiful folio. If you haven't seen it, it's going to be linked in the description box below. Please check it out. Then we have these beautiful tea cards, 3D. It is absolutely fabulous and so easy to make. I am going to have this one linked in the description box below as well. And then we have a tea packet box, and I'll have that linked in the description box below as well. So we've done some chipboard and non-chipboard projects, and today we're going to keep it very simple. This is what we're going to be making. So I am going to flip to my overhead camera to give you a closer look. But y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. So today you're only going to need a sheet of 12 by 12. Mine is double-sided. You don't have to have any of the tea papers that you see me using on the channel. You have beautiful papers in your stash. Go ahead, pull them out, and let's craft this together. And what is this? It is a beautiful little tea bag. Inside I have some tea and some honey, and you can even add some biscuits or some chocolate, whatever you want to put in it. But when finished, it measures 3 3/4 by 6, and it is 1.5 inches deep. I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make this. So I'm going to bring in my scoreboard, and we are going to score at 1/2 inch, at 2, at 5 3/4, and at 7 1/4. Then turn it to the 8.5 inch side, and let's score at 1.5 and at 7.5. Now we are going to fold and burnish all of our scores. And you don't have to have a double-sided paper to do this project. I just decided I would double-side it. But you can do this with a plain white piece of copier paper. The paper that I'm using here is about the same weight as some copier or printer paper. And then this one, we're going to fold back like this. All right, so you're going to have a narrow flap right here. This will be the adhesive flap. At each end of the adhesive flap, you're going to have rectangles. We need to get rid of those. So I'll cut out this rectangle and this rectangle. Then I'm going to go along the bottom. Everywhere that I have a score mark, I'm going to do a slight angle. So just slight angle everywhere that you have a score mark. And so this is how your piece should look. Let's flip it over. We're going to take this piece and fold it backwards. So I'm going to hold it down using some tape. So I'm just going to take some tape, put some tape right here, and some tape right here. If you know someone who likes tea, the projects that we have been doing this week, they will absolutely love them. Let's go ahead and fold this over. And what we've done basically is given a little bit of contrast to our tea bag. So because this bag really is not going to carry a lot of weight, I am just going to use my tape to put it together. You can use a good quality tear tape. I wouldn't use snail tape runner on this, but you can definitely use a good quality tape. Now, I am going to take my tape, and on my 2 tabs, I'm going to add tape to this side. Then the flap that is closest to the adhesive flap, let's go ahead and flip over and add tape to this. So I am just going to take my tape and put my tape on like this. So now we are ready to put our bag together. I am going to peel away my tape backer, fold that over like that. Then we can take this piece and just fold it over to meet that piece. And so now we have a nice little flat fold bag that you can make up. You can make up bunches of these, and then you can put them away until you're ready to start crafting. So now I'm going to take the bottoms and we're going to fold these 2 in, and then the piece that doesn't have tape, we'll fold that there, and then we'll fold over. Easy peasy. So I'm removing my tape backers. I'm going to stand this up, get it nice and straight, fold in, and then I'm going to fold over, and then we'll fold over this piece. So I am going to peel away the tape backer. And we will fold over like that. And now I'm going to take my fingers and just try to do even pinching on the side. Let's go ahead and push in the side a little bit and just pinch down as far as you want to go with yours. And then I really do want a good crease on that pinch, so I'm going over it. And now when I open my bag, we have a cute little bag. You can go over this bag with some distress ink, which I did here. I don't think I'm going to do it on this one. So now I'm going to bring in my Crocodile Big Bite, which has seen better days. This is probably one of the original Crocodile Big Bites. It's been dropped. Everything has happened to this thing. Part of the screws are missing, but it still works. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to make a hole that is 3/16 of an inch, and then I'll do the same thing from this end. Make a hole that is about 3/16 of an inch. They aren't straight, they don't need to be. And now I'm going to use some of the beautiful crinkle seam binding that I get from my scrap cabin shop. We have a discount code. It is linked in the description box below. If you have not used this crinkle seam binding, it really elevates the look of any project. Erin does the best job with her crinkle seam binding. My scrap cabin shop on Etsy. So I am just going to take a few packets of tea, put those in with a few packets of honey, like that. And this really is a nice weight. And this really is a cute little gift that I think is perfect for so many people. So I am just going to take this crinkle seam binding and put it through my hole, and I'll start it from the front of the bag and pull it through like this. So it's going to look like that. But then I'm going to flip over and I'm going to take this piece and feed it back through this hole. So I can't even remember what this process is called, but I'm just going to pull the ribbon or the crinkle seam binding, push that through and pull it. Then we do the same thing on this side. So I'm just going to pull it. You see that hole right there? And we're going to take this piece, and I like to use the end of my stylus just to punch it through, and then I can grab it. So now I'm going to pull it tight. At this point, you can leave it like that and let it hang, but for me, I am just going to tie a little knot and tie a bow. I just think that adds to the cuteness to have that crinkle seam binding bow on this bag. Then I'm going to cut away just a little bit of this. And remember, I used an 8.5 by 11 inch piece of paper, so you can definitely do this with the papers that you have. So if you don't have 12 by 12, you can definitely do this project using 8.5 by 11. And now we have another sweet little tea project, very inexpensive. This is great for a coworker, it's great for a neighbor, it's great for anyone who loves tea. If you want to give them a little something, this makes a great little something to give. Quick and easy, right? So I hope that you have enjoyed today's quick and easy way that we can give tea as a gift. If you have enjoyed this video, and I certainly hope that you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, all day, every day, this is what we do, and this is how we do it, and I would love to have you subscribe. So hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you will know when I upload a new video. As always, my beautiful handcrafty friends, please be safe, be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.